Here's the second year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. 5 yards on the game's first. Play, second down.
Aaron Donald on the stop. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long run. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
26-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Go, go, go. Hey, express. Check. Check, 53. Go. Get out. Watch the ladies.
Now it's Ryan. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Blue lady. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal.
Tight right. 3 down, 3 down.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Nice play, baby, nice play.
So it's third and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Now Ryan. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. Third and 5 now.
Exit. 54. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just 1 throw.
Mike 5-4.
Rodgers now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
First down, Atlanta.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On second down now, it's Hines. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 41. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Here's Hines. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 10 more there and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Bucs take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, check. Go.
Ryan completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready, Mike 25. Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Hey, great play. Ready to go.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he finds his tight end, Graham. That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out, he can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On second down, Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They go play action now. Ryan. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 16, Ryan into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On second down, it's Hines. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Ryan. Caught by Jones. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On first down, Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 36, Ryan. The Sanders has got it complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Touchdown! Tampa Bay. Marvin Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shane Ray able to drop him for a loss of a couple. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here comes Grant on the return. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Around the NFL, they're into the 2nd quarter in the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Henry Anderson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 3rd down, Hines. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
Hey, box drop. Rip right. 50 wants the money. 50 wants the money. Here we go. 10-30. 5.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Rodgers going to throw again. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Ryan. Gets this one to Joshua Perkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Williams. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the 45 on second down, Ryan. This is caught by Williams. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd and 10, Rodgers throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Get that quarterback team line. Get that quarterback team line. Mike 5-4, Mike back north. Mike 5-4. Hey, echo.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Bravo. Hey, 88. Hey, seam 6.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Hines. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check three.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. There goes a deep ball. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is now 2. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Play action. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd and inches, Rodgers looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talked about, boy, he'll want that. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Naeem Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Ryan. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Here's Ryan. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now it's Ryan. That's going to be caught. A very solid gain of 27. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. if things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have game.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Draw play. This is Hines. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Hey, Will. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd and Baltimore. And the Steelers, they've scored again and opened up that advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again, Ryan. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Ryan. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive. knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
20. Ready to go.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check the out.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. Pass, there he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now it's Ryan. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Ryan. It's caught by Sanders. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Ryan. And Graham's got it over the middle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line. Here's Ryan to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
But it leads to 4th down.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Marvin Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as they are able to cut into that lead. Ryan to the end zone, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they got an answer for it.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Good track. 54, mark 50. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, Delta.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. DK Metcalf, 77 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium. And the Giants are starting to pull away in that one. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the 1st. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Ryan. And Sanders has got it complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Over the middle, complete. It's Graham. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Falcons, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6.